Welcome to Six in the City, the podcast where 620-somethings talk about shit and some of them live in cities.
I'm Jen.
I'm Lexi.
I'm Nancy.
I'm Elena.
I'm Jane.
And I'm Robin.
Today we are talking about things that make us go crazy. And I have some follow-up questions, but I thought we'll start with the question that is on the front of everyone's mind. What makes you go crazy?
Taxes!
I believe that was the inspiration for this episode, was tax season.
I do think my anxiety towards like taxes has gone down now that tax season is over.
It's going to come back.
Yeah, I know.
The annual problem.
But, it's like why I dread spring. Like
because of taxes.
March, like Pisces season. I dread this time period like every year.
Fun fact though, I finally got my 2019 state tax refund today.
Wow.
Hallelujah. So the government no longer owes me money, which is incredible.
I love that feeling.
There's like so many forms and it's like they should know, but like why do like, and then it's like wrong and then it takes
and then you go to jail and then
tax evasion.
Straight to jail.
This was the first year where I worked in one state and lived in another.
Oh,
and
God.
Oh my, I paid my dad's accountant to do it. I looked at it and I wanted to cry.
I saw this TikTok and I can't fact check this, so maybe someone can fact check this. But it was saying how effed up our tax system is because other countries that are developed nations, they just send you a refund at the end of the year. They do it themselves,
pay your taxes and you just pay them.
Exactly. And they were saying how it's like Intuit and TurboTax who like lobbies the federal government to keep the system as it is. So we use their services. And I'm just like, I use their services this year. I'm literally paying into the system that like keeps it as the system. So
TurboTax is like, TurboTax is low-key a scam because like every time they say like, oh, you can do your return for free, and then they bring you to a page that's like pay $30, and at the very bottom, if you scroll all the way down, they're like skip this step, and I'm like, what the heck?
No, and then like I think TurboTax
like
is
this.
like, depending on what kind of like investment accounts you have, it's not even free.
Yeah,
like I think
that's
on TurboTax I would have had to pay like $60 because of like some account that I have.
There's like clauses for everything that you file, and it's like it's free if you have like the most basic thing you need to file, but anything, because like also I used to dog walk, and if you make over a certain amount you have to claim it, and then that's a whole other oh man. So besides tax season, does anyone else have a thing that makes them go crazy?
I'll start because it's just been recent and Monkey was on me. It's about my dogs, specifically Monkey. So
talk shit.
I'm gonna talk shit about my dogs. So my
drama
dogs
with your coworkers.
yeah, exactly. So like my dogs use a pad, right? To go, and like Monkey does this thing where I don't throw the pad away immediately if there's like one piece, like if there's like TMI, I guess, but if there's like, like poop, then I'll like grab it with like a bag and I'll like throw it away. But if it's like just like one piece, but I'm not going to throw away a whole pad, for one piece spot. It's expensive. So like I'll leave it there. Exactly. So I'll like leave it there until like it like, needs changing. So what Monkey does is Tiger will like find she like likes a fresh pad. So she got to make her like mark there. And she does it usually like right in the middle. So what Monkey does is she sniffs the pee spot and she's like, yes, this is where I need to go. And she plops, but it's on the fucking edge of the pad. So like, it's not actually on the pad itself. So every single morning, I always have to clean it up. And I'm like, what's the point? What's the point of
Monkey?
So it drives me fucking crazy every single time.
Do they only go on the pad or do you like take them outside to pee?
So Nick's been talking about it, but like we would have to retrain them to do it, and we might have to kennel them if that's the case, like crate
so that they don't
again
pee.
Right? Like I can kind of like they have habits, like if they like start roughhousing, they're most likely gonna like pee right after, and I think that they might like poop after they eat. So like I'm trying to watch their habits and stuff, but there's specific for specific times, like they're gonna have to be like retrained essentially.
Oh, you know what else drives me up the wall? I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, but I get this from time to time. Sometimes we get like company-wide emails, or like not like company-wide, like even like New York Metro, we get like company-wide emails like within that region. Some people reply all. So then my Outlook is popping off for like
I hate
I'm not
that.
even kidding you, 3 days straight. Cause like one time we had this training thing and like they really wanted everyone in the firm to do it. So they started this email chain being like you would attach like a screenshot saying that you completed it. So like honestly for weeks my Outlook was just screenshots of random people's training like dashboards being like I completed it. And I'm like I don't give a shit. No one gives a shit. Like stop doing that. And then there's like other people who reply all to this email chain that's already going off, being like unsubscribe. I'm like, bitch, that's not gonna do anything. Like, are you dumb? Like, that's even worse somehow. Like, we're like on the same team, but you added fuel to the fire. Like, that's like another level of dumb. But
Or like those people who reply all saying like, hey guys, stop replying all. I'm like, you should have just not sent that email.
Just stop.
Should have kept it in the drafts.
Nonstop. It's so distracting. And you're like, you try to focus and your Outlook's just like fucking pinging.
Noise.
Yeah, that Outlook notification
anxiety.
sound actually drives me crazy.
Same with like the
Like,
team thing.
The team sound, like the Outlook, like it like triggers my fight or flight. I
And I
can't. But then I
fly.
also
I feel like it shouldn't drive me crazy, but it does. So like on Zoom, when like people are connecting and it still says connecting to audio and you still see it clearly connecting to audio, and like the other person who's waiting for them to be connecting will start talking to them like, oh, hi, Lexi, even though it says Lexi's connecting to audio, and they're having this whole conversation and they're like, oh, I guess they're not connected yet. And it's like, no
shit.
Yeah, like
Why would you
it says
think they
connecting
are?
to audio. So they're like just wasted. Like you're just sitting here listening to them ramble and talk, and then it's like, no, they're still connecting to audio, and then they repeat themselves as like the person is going back. So that really irks me.
Like, you know what else drives me crazy? That reminded me. Like there's like a large group meeting. The meeting ends. Everyone said thank you before the meeting ended, by the way. And then they put in the chat after the meeting ends, thank you. Like, bruh, stop that shit. Like, please, no more.
Do you guys think there's something that drives you crazy or makes you go crazy that you think is special to you? It doesn't seem to affect anyone else.
Yes, there is one. And this is my number one pet peeve since like middle school. But when you have a fruit punch flavored juice, but it's not fruit punch with the mix of citrus and berries and all the good other fruits, but it just tastes like mixed berry, that's not fucking fruit punch.
What is it supposed to taste like?
So like you gotta have a blend of everything. Citrus, have a little bit of mango, lemon, like lemonade.
I did not know that.
Berries.
Robin, I'm
watermelon in there.
This is so new. This is new.
That is so specific.
She's a juice concierge, apparently, like very detailed understanding of the juice.
And I don't remember the name of that brand, but do you remember those juice boxes that had like the light blue or like kind of bright blue border at the top and the bottom?
Tropicana or something?
Welch's?
No, it's not Welch's. It's not Tropicana. I'm gonna have to look it
Tropical
up later.
Sun? Is that a different one? I don't know.
I don't know.
Capri
It's a juice box.
Capri Sun, not Tropical Sun.
Like every school had it. It's like the one that would be brought to like school parties and stuff.
Oh, not Mott's.
Not Mott's. Shoot. Oh,
we're all looking
Apple.
Up juice
Apple and Eve. Apple and Eve.
Huh? I've never heard of that.
Really? Okay. Have you? Okay. If you can look it up and let me know.
I'm gonna look it up.
But they specifically have this
yeah.
purple colored mixed
yes.
berry. But that's what a lot of fruit punch flavored things would taste like. And I'm like, that's not fruit punch. Like, just call it what it is. Say it's fucking mixed berry or berry juice. And like, why are you lying to me?
I'm dead.
so upset because fruit punch is supposed to be so like all encompassing. It's everything you want. You want all the fruits. You can't decide if you want apple juice or you want orange juice or you want lemonade. So you get fruit punch, but it's not.
Wait, Robin, then follow-up question. So like Welch's fruit snacks, I know they have like a fruit punch flavor. So are you okay with those? I see some citrus in there. You mentioned
Yeah, so if that one tastes more like mixed berries, then that would be on my nerve. Like I would not like it.
Oh, I was say I kind of get where Robin is. Like I do taste like mixed berries sometimes instead of like the citrusy aspect of fruit punch. But then what is your favorite brand then if you do want, like what to you is actually the epitome of fruit punch?
I don't think I found one.
So you've never liked fruit punch?
That might be jungle juice.
So do you
Robin
drink?
just hates fruit punch.
So then for me, like I'll like you know how like it doesn't say fruit punch, but those like fancier brand, not fancy, but like V8 or something, they'll have like berry with mango or you know, like it's like that.
Yes.
So I'll like buy that. I don't think I've ever like actively sought out fruit punch. Like to me it's fake. Like fruit punch is just a fake label, you know?
Like blue raspberry.
Yeah. Like why?
Wait, Robin, have you ever tried getting like berry juice, mango juice, and mixing things together to make your own fruit punch?
That sounds like jungle juice.
That's what I was saying. I was like, are we talking about jungle juice right now?
No.
Robin's like the only true fruit punch is alcoholic. I will take no other answer.
No, I had to just look it up because there's definitely been fruit punch, but the Minute Maid one is not good, but I think that taste is more reflective of a fruit punch than like anything else. But it tastes really artificial. So I get what you were saying, Nancy. But also, that's why I go for things that are like mango lemonade. And I feel like I can very clearly taste like the mango and then the lemonade. And then if it versus like a strawberry lemonade or a watermelon lemonade, like those things are telling me what I'm about to have. But then if I go for a fruit punch and then it's just mixed berry, it's not what it's telling me, and it's very disorienting.
My other follow-up question, we talked about what makes us crazy. How do you deal with that feeling? Like when tax season comes about and taxes are making you crazy, as this seems to be the big one that makes everyone crazy. What do you do? Do you have like a self-care routine, or do you have something you do to like detox after the tax season, or do you just let it pass?
Wait, I have something to add. I just remembered it because of Robin's. So I literally have this one thing that makes me so upset, and it has upset me ever since I was in elementary school, and I remember it so clearly. It's when you're like in like someone's car or you're somewhere and they're playing music, but it's like almost too low to hear. Like it bothers me so much. Like, why don't you just turn up the music so I can actually hear what's going on? And I remember it's bothered me for a long time because I remember I would be in like my friends' like cars, and like it was obviously like their mom playing music, and I like wanted to be like Mrs. Crepane, can you please turn up the music? But I like couldn't, right? Because it's my friend's mom. So I don't know. In response to your actual question, Lexi, now I just tell people to either turn up the music or turn it off because it really bothers me. Anyone else?
Oh, how to cope?
Yes.
I cry like every tax season.
I think I'm just like, okay, like fuck me, let's do this, and then I do it.
I'm an avoider. I also avoid and do it. Like I don't do it like the last minute, but I do it like towards the end of the season. But then I spend the money that I get back. So that's my self-care after. Wait, can I ask you how you cope with your fruit punch thing? When you order fruit punch and it's not your fruit punch?
I don't.
Do you like spit it out? Do you like still drink it?
This is disgusting.
I take it back.
Yeah, I just pull a Karen and I'm like, this is fruit punch, and I throw it at whoever's face is in front of me. No, I think obviously I haven't coped with it because this is like 20 years in the making. Like I still remember the first time that I had this like very obvious frustration was in elementary school, and it was with a juice box. And I remember being like, that mixed berry flavor I told you guys about, like I hated that flavor, and I was like, this tastes just like it. And I remember looking at it, I don't remember what the fruit punch one was like. But it might as well be this apple and eve mixed berry flavor. And like since that day I have harbored this unhealthy obsession. And so to answer your question, Nancy, I don't cope. Fair. I just have found other flavors of juices I like.
Valid. That's like for me when you like, I think it's like pretty normal, but it doesn't like drive me crazy, but it does irk me when you like go for what you think is a chocolate chip muffin, but then it turns out to be a blueberry muffin. But it's like,
no,
I'm
blueberry
not
is so much better though.
Oh my
no,
gosh.
no. But
What?
I don't hate blueberry muffin, okay? I'll gladly eat a blueberry muffin, especially if it's like the packaged one that's like 2 mini ones that you can get at like Costco or Sam's Club that also comes with the banana nut and the chocolate, like the chocolate chip. Like that's really good. But if I am expecting chocolate chip muffin and I bite into it and it's a freaking blueberry, of course, 7-year-old Nancy, who at that moment definitely preferred chocolate chip over blueberry, is gonna be mad. And to this day, I still like, I mean, I'm still going to eat it, but it really, really irks me that it is not, you go in expecting that it's chocolate chip, but it's a blueberry instead. So I really like have to like eye the muffin and like see like is there like you know what the circle around the dark spot is like, because you know how like when it's baked in, yeah, so that's what I have to try to do now, but I haven't gone to a continental breakfast in a while. So
you know what else drives me crazy? When you wake up like 5 minutes before your alarm.
Yes,
I love that.
If it's like 2 hours, it's like fantastic, you know. I love that.
No,
worse the
what
other way around.
The opposite.
I love to have an extra 5 minutes because it means I can like make more coffee or like go out and get Starbucks on my way to work back in the pre-Rona times. But when you wake up 2 hours, then all you can think about is the fact that you have to wake up again in 2 hours.
No. For me, it's like I wake up, I have 2 hours left. I'm like, fuck yeah, this is
that's
like
a nap.
Yeah,
exactly. I'm like Jane.
Oh, I'm like already thinking through in my head all the things I have to do for the day.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm like, this is like incredible. I just got like a good night's sleep and I'm blessed with another nap. Whereas like 5 minutes, like, dude, I could have spent 5 minutes sleeping.
My last question is kind of related, unrelated. Is there anything that you think should make you go crazy, but somehow it just doesn't and you're okay?
For me, I know a lot of people hate when people talk during movies or shows or like make noise, but I feel like I do that a lot. So
I do that all the time.
It doesn't bother me like at all. But I feel like I'm part of the problem, so maybe that's why.
Wait, low-key tangential, but Robin, when I was at your place, we were watching that one YouTube video. I felt like I kept talking all the time, and you and JT weren't saying anything. And after a while, I realized I was like, "Shit, I'm being really annoying right now."
No,
I don't know if you noticed, but I like you guys just don't talk when you like watch something, or at least it was with me.
So not true. What were we
Is
watching?
it okay? We were watching that YouTube video about the vaccine versus anti-vaccine people, like the interview.
The Jubilee video.
Yeah.
Wait,
and like the other Jubilee videos.
I felt like I was talking with you.
Okay, maybe it was just like self-conscious.
This is so wholesome.
It was interesting. Okay, I'm glad I wasn't annoying though.
I'm so sorry you felt that way.
No, you're fine.
Because I'm also someone who talks a lot. I'll say though, you probably were right about JT because he doesn't talk too much.
Okay.
He just likes to listen, but I talk a lot.
Okay, cool.
So I'm with you on that too, Jen. But I will say though, if we're in like a public setting, like if we're watching at the movie theater, then like I don't talk and I do find it annoying when other people talk. But if we're like having a movie night, I feel like commentary and like those little side comments are like part of the experience, just to affirm what you both.
I agree about the movie theater though. I don't talk during movie theaters just because I don't know them like that.
That's like screaming on a plane, you know.
Oh,
screaming!
Very true.
I was on a plane where a woman was just screaming.
Oh,
I was gonna ask, does it bother you guys? Because I know some people like write articles about this. If when people clap at the end of flights, or do you guys clap at the end of flights?
I don't think I've ever been on a plane ride that clapped.
I think it's hilarious.
Have you ever just flown on like a real old people flight, like middle of nowhere to Florida? No. That's where you get the clapping.
I think it's kind of cute. It's very like, oh, like we were in this together. Like I'll never start it. But if someone starts it, I'll join in. I'll be like, "Hey, that was cute."
Guys, we're starting it.
So thanks for listening. Thanks for participating. I love all the things that irk us. I mean, I don't love that they irk us, but I love that we discussed them.
Yes, that was fun. Thank you, Lexi.
Good venting session.
Yeah, this is therapeutic,
for sure. Yeah,
true.
This is how we cope.
Yeah, this is how we do a podcast about the shit that drives us crazy.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Six in the City. You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at sixinthecitypod.
This episode was edited by Jen, with music brought to you by Gandhira Pratama. Thanks for listening.